And we had Southampton playing Babylon on April 16th. And you mentioned his name earlier on, Max Watt. He was dealing.
Well, he's been dealing all season. He's also been hitting the ball really well. Here's a guy who has 42 strikeouts on the season. He threw his second shutout in this game, struck out 12, allowed only 2 hits. This is one of the very best pitchers on Long Island, Max Watt.
2 on, 1 out here. Watt now at the dish, the sac fly. Matt Finelli would come around and score. So you love these dual threat players that can hit as well as pitch. And we're seeing it a little bit there with Watt. Bottom of the second now, 1 on, 2 away. For Babylon, Joe Flanagan, the RBI single, and suddenly the Panthers, they're up 2-0. Top of the 5th. And we go back to Watt. Dare I say that Watt was lights out? You can have that for one of your columns.
I would say he was lights out. He's been lights out all year. He's only allowed 4 earned runs in 4 starts. This is a guy that goes out on the mound and gives them double-digit strikeouts every game. He also hits the ball 2 or 3 hits a game. He's an all-around player. He's 6'7.5". They'll tell you he's 6'8". He's 6'7.5".
Okay.
This kid is huge. I know that doesn't make a difference. When you're 5'10", 6'8" is huge. This kid throws as hard as anybody on the island, except for maybe A-Rob, and he really gets on it. Big guy, knows how to pitch, humble kid, doesn't walk any batters. So he has great location and command of all 3 of his pitches.
All right, well, League 3. Now in League 8, Babylon and Mattatuck, they lead the way, and then Santa Mauritius, Southampton, the Panthers, they're all there. The Red Devils and the Panthers, they met up in a showcase that we saw 2 great sophomores in Max Watt and Patrick Bryant.
And this was a pitching showdown, Keith. It was all about the big guy, Max Watt, 6'8" right-hander, averaging 11 strikeouts per game. And the big key is he's also crushing the ball. He's hitting home runs almost every game. Had a home run in this game.
Top of the 1st, he gets the strikeout here. Fastball in the dirt, gets out of a little early inning trouble. There was a runner on second. Top of the 2nd now, Watt once again another strikeout.
Yeah, really locating his fastball well, an explosive overhand, 2-seamer, and he's really been unhittable, but so has Patrick Bryant.
Here's Bryant making the diving stop, gets up and fires and gets him out. So we're scoreless after 2 into the 3rd, 2 away. Max Watt doing it again. 9 strikeouts through the first 3 innings pitched. He would go for 13. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. Babylon batting, and they're up 1-0. Max Watt hits it deep to left field. It is gone. A 2-run shot, his 4th home run of the season.
Just another thing that Max Watt does to lead the Panthers. They're having an great season. This is the best start to a Babylon season in school history.
And Babylon would go up by 6 after the 6th inning. Up by 5, rather, and they would win this one 5-0.
This is a huge win. Face one of the best pitchers in the league in the county, Patrick Bryant, and just to get ahead in the series. We won the first game of the round robin, and it was a big thing to get ahead this series. And so now we're up 2-0 in the series. We got to finish off the series Thursday and Friday.
All right, Max Watt, you look at him, you see he looks like a man, right? Is he an imposing figure for batters to face?
Well, think about it. He's 6'8". He throws over their top. By the time he comes to you and finishes his delivery, he's right in your face, Keith, and he throws very hard, brings it. When he's throwing on the outside corner and painting the black, he is really unhittable. He's having a phenomenal season.
All right, now entering today.
Be a toss-up in this one.
All right, going to move on to Class B. Babylon, they took care of business, sweeping Southampton and Oyster Bay. They did the same to Cold Spring Harbor, and that led us to the Long Island Championship. And we should get lucky enough to see 2 of the best pitchers the island has to offer, squaring off Max Watt and Joe Siringo. I know you're a fan of both of these kids.
Unbelievable when I started looking at the numbers in this. I mean, I went down the games, and you look at Max Watt, 8 strikeouts, 10, 12, 14, 13, 11, 14, 7. Siringo, the same thing. Back-to-back games, he went 14 Ks, struck out 14 3 times this season. 22-1 for a reason, Oyster Bay. 14 straight wins, a reason as well. Babylon, Oyster Bay, pitching. We're going to get it in this one with Watt and Siringo.
That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, over to Class B. This was kind of a game inside of a game. 2 of the best pitchers duking it out, Max Watt and Joe Siringo.
You know, and I expected more of a pitcher's duel in this one, but the defenses let both pitchers down early in the game, and then it became about who was going to win. It was like a game of fruition. But Max Watt pitched really well. Joe Siringo, 5-inning no-hitter. Got into the 6th inning before they got their first hit on him, and then Babylon came back and took it away from Oyster Bay.
Here are the moving pictures of the Panthers and the Baymen. Top of the sixth, Babylon. They're batting, trailing 3-1. Bases were loaded, one away. Sanders shanked the single to Sender. And we get 2 runs come across, and we are tied up at 3. Next batter, runners on first and second. It's Matt Finelli. Base hit to right. The go-ahead run scores. They would add another one. All part of a 4-run rally. So Babylon goes up 5-3. Bottom half of the 6th inning. It's Max Watt on the hill. Steve Reich. Watt would retire 12 of the final 15 batters. Complete game, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, and Babylon wins.
Along with Greg Sarah, I'm Carl Reuter for MSGVarsity.com. 8th annual RTC Grand Slam Challenge in the... Oh, called strike 3, painting the outside part of the plate.
Conti over in St. Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal season.
Absolutely. Swung through it. DeVito goes down once again. Great job by Max Watt.